unloading some logs for my neighbor Stanley tonight. I've had these on the border for, I don't remember when, a week or two, maybe probably 3 or 4 now, to be honest. So busy with all the summer stuff. Oh, knocked you over. I've been so busy getting all the summer stuff done and pastures set up and all the other fun parts of farming. I'm building that horse shelter. Lamb full. Down over here. Go down. We'll stamp our roof all the way out. Topsy-turvy. So tonight I got home from my commercial driver's license course, and which is a mandatory thing when you live in Ontario. 6 weeks long. I've learned a fair bit though. I picked a good school to go to, so a good group of guys that are going through with me. I guess I'm taking one this time. Keep knocking it over. And, you know, what was I saying? Okay, so I got home tonight, and the boss man was here, and he was putting the forestry package on the Dozer. So when I get back over there, I'll show you what she looks like. Looks a little different now. It's not fully done, but it's enough. It's bolted on there enough that I can run it tonight, and I'll have it for one more evening tomorrow, and then going to one place for a day, and then it's heading back into the bush for summer bush work. So that's why we're putting the forestry package on it. Hopefully I don't ruin it. So Stanley probably won't want some of these small ones that are there, but that's okay. He can leave out what he wants, and I'll throw it in the other pile for the big mill. Because they got the tools to take care of them. They got a big debarker, which takes all the bark off. And, yeah, neat stuff. Sorry, I'm trying to concentrate on what I'm doing while I'm talking. Apparently, I can't do 4 things at once. Don't tell my wife that. But yeah, so we're gonna go up and run it till dark. I'm gonna go back and get chores done. And I'm gonna try and get everything done that I need to do. It's got lights on it, so I don't think they're quite as good as the forwarder lights, but we'll see what I can do. I'm working on the edge of a cliff, so I really don't feel like driving the Dozer off of it. That would not be a good experience. Or rolling the Dozer off of it, I should say. So we'll see what it looks like with the lights in the dark, and then go from there. The light's pretty darn good on it, so try to wait. go here. As far as I can reach. That didn't work. So the last two, basically set them over on the side here. We'll use down the other line. There we go. Get this closed up. Actually, that one's a balsam. Nope, I didn't put any other balsams. Oh, that's a little pipe. My windows are just so dang dirty. It's one of my next projects I gotta deal with. I also need to get the pressure washer out. Pressure wash this thing because it's still muddy from when I buried it in the hole. Actually, that was probably the last time I broke it was when I buried it in the hole. Funny how that happens. Alright, so we're unloaded. Not as nice and neat. Sorry, Stan. But I want to go get that dozer going and get my chores done. And it's already getting late, so let's go see what I can get done this evening. Dozer's up and running. Looks a little bit different today. We got the forestry package started to put on it. Still a few more pieces to go, but it's coming together. So I'm gonna go run it tonight because I just got home from my course. See if I can push in the last of my trails because it's going back to the bush later this week. So go see what kind of trails I can make with it. Okay, so I've got to clean out. I'm trying to leave these two trees here provide shade. That's an oak tree there. That one's a beech, I think. Yeah, it's like a beech tree. Either beech or maple, one or the other. Soft maple. Anyways, I'm not a forester. So there's a bunch of big rocks right here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get them out. If I can, I'm going to push them up and over and out that way. But it's still real wet in here, so I'll only be able to do the best I can. Cleaning this part up. I'll probably just try and backblade it, and then hopefully it'll dry out over the next couple months. But this is where I was with the processor in several videos ago in the springtime. This is where I've cut, so I got a big couple stumps, and we're gonna head that way and see if we can get this trail finished tonight because the dozer's going home, like I said earlier. So a bunch of big rocks in here. I'm gonna try and push that out, just trying to not touch my logs. I'll have to come back up with the forwarder and pull those out, hopefully once it dries out. But it's nice and dry over on this side, so it's funny how you find stuff out when you start working on it. So, and there's too many big rocks down over there. I was going to try and slope all that down, but it's a plan for another day. So I'm going to get you set up down the trail there, and we'll get this all cleaned up. Got the stumps out, but that rock right there and the ones on the other side are way too big for me to keep pushing with the dozer. I can't get underneath them with the blade, and it's too muddy, so I don't have any traction, as you can see by the track. So I can't get that big bugger out of there. So that's alright. I backbladed this a little bit, but this is where we're going. So if you've watched any of my other logging videos, this is where the processor broke down on me a couple months ago. So I'm gonna push this stuff in there and then pick our way around there. Try not to hit my logs too bad if I can, but no guarantees. So we're gonna come right through here, and then I gotta pick my path, figure out where I'm gonna go, because that right there is a big rock and it's not gonna be too friendly to the dozer, and I got a pile of logs over here. So, and I don't want to go that way, because if you watch the other video, those are all nice young straight white pines that are growing. So I think what I'll try and do is cut through this way, pop that stump out. Actually, these logs aren't that good, they're all pulpwood or fence boards if I need them. So I'm not going to worry too much about that. We're going to come through this way, and I think we're going to go right down along there and around, or maybe we'll go right through this way. I think we'll go right through this way, but I got to be careful because there's a fence line over there. So anyways, let's go get pushing, see where we get to.
switch my path due to the hydraulic leak. We're going to go between that tree and that rock. I'll have to bring the chainsaw, cut those branches out. This leak, I got another couple good sprays from it, so I'm going to go down and bring up the other hose with me. And hopefully the right wrenches. This is the fence line here. You can see the rock wall there. And this is one of the fence posts. This is the rock wall that goes up there. You can see all the barbed wire, so I pushed it all through. There's just this one here that doesn't want to break, so I'm going to go cut it off. And we're going to try and go right through here, right down the edge of that. So hopefully tonight I can get it done. I got to leave it running because it's doing a regen at the moment for the depth fluid stuff, so I don't want to screw that up. So we will be back in a little bit. Hopefully we'll get this completed tonight before the dozer goes back. Hopefully. Never fails, it's always something. Okay, I got that wire cut. Didn't bring up a new hose. Got the cow kind of locked back in for now. Gonna try and see if I can get through without pardon my language.
Go in order to get there safely, unfortunately. actually real close. If I can just scrape off the top of this little bit here. Can't use all my controls because that's how that wine keeps bubbling. Or if I get too big a load and the blade twists, that seems to be having an effect on it as well. So, we're just trying to get through down to the bottom. Oh, that wasn't good. In, and then we'll just go down, and whatever we end up with is what we end up with, so I'm okay with that. Let's see if we're starting to spring. Oh wait, fuck, I think we just burst real good. Oh, it seems to be only when I tilt my blade, so if I can just fuck. Ah. But I gotta check that hose, see if it's, just take a peek at it quickly, see how bad it's leaking, if it's completely blown. Don't have much further to go, so we're gonna try and just, she's all full of hydraulic fluid, so I don't need to worry about running out of fluids. I'm just worried about not being able to get back down without doesn't like tilting. Come on now, Paul. Gotta remember how you're doing here. I'm just trying to get through this. Trying to tilt. That's what makes the hose go spraying everywhere. So, come on now. Right there, literally. It's not going to be the prettiest, but if I can make it through with this dozer, what I'll do is I'll come up with the little dozer and just finish this up. Still spraying a fair amount. You can see it spraying all over the place down there. Let's just get this pushed out. Problem is I can't really cut it that good because it's spray real good. So we just got to push through here. This little section of alders is probably going to be pretty wet. It'll be better than no trail for the time being. Like I said, I have that little dozer to be able to use for the time being, so. I'm leaking pretty good now, and I don't want to run out of fluid before we get down. About through down here. This is not kind of where I wanted to go, but spraying pretty good now, so we're just gonna get through here no matter what it looks like. Keep tilting it, that's what keeps bursting the line there. Sorry for the bad camera, I'm busy just trying to get this baby down here to the other trail that boss man cut in for me, so just trying to scrape this all up and push this up into the bush here. What I did not do was turn on my OnXOffroads, so we're going to start that again. Gonna go over here and find where we were going. Tilt my blade back so you can see how wet it is in there. That's a natural spring. That's what helps all those alders grow. So I'm trying to get some funding as a farmer to be able to make some new water retention areas, is what it's called. So knock this one over, and there's the trail right there. So I'm not going to cut through the grass, there's no need to do that. Just cut these trees down, get them out of our way. Again, it's pretty wet in here, so I don't want to do too much if I can. Okay. So, I made some pretty good tracks. We're gonna go park over here. We'll go take a quick walk up and see what I did. You know, obviously drying this out would be better. I don't want to run out of hydraulic fluid yet, so let's just go take a look at what I did, and we're gonna call her a night. Get this baby down before we run out of too much fluid. So let's take another quick peek. It's always good to double check. Oh yeah, this is good. See down there? So I'm just gonna shut her off real quick because it won't leak so bad. And I'll grab my phone so we can track where we're walking, since I didn't get a video of it. Ooh, the bugs are good, out good. So that's leaking pretty good, so we're gonna have to get down out of here. Let's just go take a quick walk up,
You can see how wet it is here. You can see the hydraulic fluid pissing out. You can see how mucky she is in here, but this will all dry out by August, and like I said, if I can get the permit to make the make a pond, it's going to go down over in that low spot there. Probably cut some of this out. I'm not sure what we're going to do. We're going to lose a whole lot of pasture if we start cutting out this hillside. So again, this is not the way I want to leave it, but it's as good as it's going to get. I'll bring the little dozer up here and try to fix this up. Or if I have the dozer for one more night, so again, this isn't the prettiest trail. This isn't how I wanted it, exactly where I wanted it, but we're gonna make do with it, because I did come around right where, if you watched any of the other videos, I did come through right where I said I was going to. So that's a good thing. But it's not, and the little dozer, the blade's half the size, so you gotta make 2 passes, and if I hit any of those big stones, there's no way I'm gonna get through with it. So again, not perfect, but workable. That's what I gotta remind myself. Workable. You know, that stone I probably won't get out with the little one, but at least I'll be able to come in and clean up a 7 or 8 foot path and call her good, because this isn't good. But it's better than nothing. We're all the way through the fence line. A couple of weaves and turns are good. I should have just taken that tree down since I scraped the crap out of it. It's a whole bunch of trees to come in and take out with the processor. This is where we were back at the fence line. There's that fence post where I cut. Got to fill this gap hole in here somehow, but yeah, this is the trail. We've got her cut in. She needs some fine tuning, but it's good enough for today. Like I said, bring the chainsaw, cut those branches off, get rid of this little tree. Can probably move it by hand if I'm honest. You gotta get lower. So you can see it's got paint on it from my other videos. Stay. So, staying for now. Like I said, cut those branches off so no riders have to worry about them. Would have been nice to get rid of this stump and clean this up a bit more, but we're through. We got a full loop trail, so let's hike back down to the dozer. I'll just pull up my OnXOffroads right now. So let me just reposition this so that you guys can get a better view of the trail. So I still got to finish it off, but you can see this is where we started down here, and we've gone up the trail around the roots. We've stayed up above that rock cliff there, and we've come down here into this one, and we're gonna go back down here through this trail. So I'll keep recording the track, and then I'll show you how I use this, how I've used this. Can't speak English tonight, too much going on, and again, I'd like to clean this more, but beggars can't be choosers. I've got the dozer, I got her through. Thank you to the boss man for letting me use it, and yeah, we'll finish this off when I get back down to the dozer and we make our trek all the way back down to the farm. Okay, we're back in the dozer. using our OnXOffroads. Let's go finish our track and get back down to the house and park this baby because she's leaking fluids, unfortunately. And it's almost 9 o'clock at night, still sunlight, so I may still try and get still had one spot I really wanted to work on, but I guess I'll have to use the smaller dozer for it, unless I just take one cut as I'm going down the hill. Alright, well, I'm going to track back. It's not going to be a fast trip, but this is the trail that the boss man cut that I showed you in the first part. So it's gonna work out perfect for the horses. So whenever we get the time, we'll get on the horses and we'll take you for a ride up the trail. Gotta get out of here and go get this hydraulic hose fixed before I do anything else with it, unfortunately. Alright guys, I'll see you when we get down there. Alright, so we made it back down. You can see our trail there, the blue dot down here, that's me. And I'm not sure why it shows me cutting through there. It's not correct, but that's alright. Maybe that's when I walked up. Anyways, this is where we went. We went up here, we came around here. This is where we hooked the left and went up that hillside, and then we made another right and came along. You can see the contour lines there. We tried to stay along that contour line and we cut back through and we cut down here and met back up with the trail. So now we got a roundabout. There's also another trail that comes down through here. I was hoping to get it cut out, but we never got around to it. So that's alright. And we got something done with it. So the trail looks good. I'm going to go out and inspect this hose and figure out whether I'm trying to change it tonight or I'm going to leave it for tomorrow. Depends when the dozer's getting picked up. So, alright everybody, have a great night, and we'll see you on the next one. There's the little dozer over there. So I might go up and finish it with that one while it's still here. Depending when this one leaves. If I get another night with this one, that'd be great, but there's no guarantees.